Live with balanced news you can count on. This is News 4 at 4.
In today's 5-Minute Gardener, planting that winter herb garden. I don't know about you, but I'm just looking for excuses to get out and garden in this beautiful October weather. Our 5-Minute Gardener, Debbie Mounts from Harlow Gardens, joins us now with what you need to know to have delicious herbs for your winter meals.
Hey, good afternoon. Oh my gosh, it is that time of the year that all Tucsonans love. The weather is cooling and we're thinking about gardening. Amen. I love it. I'm talking to you today about winter herbs. Now there are some herbs that are summer herbs and some that are winter and some that can go all year long. So I'm going to talk specifically today about the ones that you can plant in your garden for the winter time. I'm going to plant them up, 4 of them in this pot. Now this pot is just an 18-inch simple plastic pot. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. You can plant them in the ground or in a pot. But today I'm going to do it in the pot and show you how easy it is to do that. Now I'm just going to put 4 of the herbs that I've selected today. I'm going to show you more than that, but I've actually only going to put 4 of them in this pot because that'll give them plenty of room to grow. I've put soil in here, I've put a little window screening over the holes, and I'm going to start planting now. Now one of the ones that I have right now, right here, is dill. Now dill will get really tall, so I'm not going to use that in this pot. But dill is a great winter herb. It grows beautifully. It'll get to be 4 or 5 feet tall. I've got chives here. These happen to be garlic chives. I've got oregano. Oregano is one of the ones that will go all year long, and it's a trailing one. I've got 2 kinds of parsley. I'm going to plant both of these. Alrighty. And I also forgot to bring my little cilantro pot over here. But we do also, cilantro is a great herb for the winter time. So all I'm going to do is squeeze the pot and pull it out. And I'm just going to dig a little spot in this pot for this root ball to go in there. All right, I'm digging him in there. Now when you're done with this pot, when you're done planting this pot, you want to give it, in the wintertime, full sun. And if we're going to get a really hard freeze, you may want to protect it. These things are cold hardy, but they still could use a little bit of protection anytime we're going to get down near a good hard freeze. Okay, and I'm going to continue planting up these little guys. But I also want to remind you about fertilizing. And for a pot like this that's growing so actively, use an organic fertilizer and do it about once a month. All right, good luck and good eating to you.
Oh, that looks so beautiful. And you've brought a little something to plant, onions.
Yes, yes. The other thing that happens at this time of the year is you do your bulb planting, you do your spring bulb planting, including onions. And I figured what better thing to have with those fabulous herbs. You're always throwing herbs in there, but there's always onions that go in there too. So I'm going to show you how to plant some onions. Okay. And I'm just pretending this is the ground. You can absolutely do them in pots if you want. But you got to remember that the onion's going to get to be about this big, 4 inches or so across. So you got to give each of them a little bit of room to grow. So what you buy a bag of what they call onion sets. And basically all that is a seed that has grown a little and become a little tiny baby onion. That's what an onion set is. So I've got a bag here. There are 100 onions in this little bag. It's a lot of onions.
Now, do they all make it?
No, sometimes you will, no, that's an excellent question. Sometimes you will have some that will fail. And what you can do if you want is you can go ahead and plant a couple extra in your pot or in your ground just in case they don't. And you can always pull them out and move them someplace else if they do all make it. Okay, so what you want to do is here's the little onion sets. It's just a little baby onion. So cute. And the pointy part goes up. And you just dig it down about 2 inches. And for me, that's about as length, second digit on my finger. And you just dig it down in there. And stick it in there and just cover that little guy with soil. Now in this pot, I'd probably put 5 or 6 of them in here and keep going around.
And so that little thing should be sticking up, right?
The little thing's going to be sticking up. No, not all of them will be sticking up because some of them are a little shorter. But you keep doing that. Now once you get all of these guys planted, then you water it in immediately. And I would water it probably 2 or 3 times a week is all, because bulbs, if you water them too much, you can actually rot them out.
Okay.
So here comes the spring. It's the winter time, and the little onions are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And in the spring, the way you know that they're ready is the green tops will start to kind of brown out on you, or you can also notice that the soil kind of starts to swell, bulge a little from the shape of the onion, kind of pushing out there and getting fat and sassy.
So these are the big...
These are the regular size onions that you buy in the store, you know. Of course, it's probably a lot cheaper if you went out and just bought your onions at the store, but it's not nearly as much fun.
Can you actually taste the difference?
You know, I don't know. Probably not. I don't know that for sure,
It's just
but probably
the satisfaction of knowing that you grew it.
Oh, it's so fun to run out there and see the little green tops coming out, and then you pull it out. Oh my God, I got an onion. How did I do that?
And so how often did you say we needed to water?
Well, you'd water it initially when you plant it, water it thoroughly, then water it 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay. And no fertilizer?
You can fertilize it. I did bring a fertilizer. Thank you for reminding me. I brought a water-soluble fertilizer, and you just fertilize it, you know, according to whatever fertilizer you use, probably once a month or so.
Okay. Oh boy.
And that's it. Then you have onions to go with your herbs and your cilantro and your chives. Oh, it's fabulous.
Yummy, yummy. Thank you so much, Debbie.
You're very welcome.
All right.